Hey, you guys, it's David, obviously. I apologize about being away for so long. I'm assuming I'm apologizing. It's like, oh no, you've been away. That assumes that I assume that causes you pain, which is kind of presumptuous and kind of annoying, isn't it? But I'm just, what are you going to do? But I apologize. I know it's been a while since my last update. The whiteboard back there should give you an idea as to why I've been in, crazy sort of next title planning mode. And I'm trying to think about how much to share about that. I'll share a little bit if you're interested. But let me do Twisted Metal first. But the point is, I've been really busy with that. I've got one huge whiteboard in my office, and I've probably filled about 80. And then I take pictures with my iPhone, and my Mac is now filled with whiteboard design. I'm looking at my face because I'm like, as I get older, this rosacea, which is some kind of skin thing, it makes your face all red. It gets worse. Ugh, I gotta do something about it. Whatever, right? Yeah, what am I talking about? Twisted Metal. Okay, so I apologize though about the updates. That certainly, it's just been, we've been working on a patch, and as I've said to you guys in the past, I haven't wanted to give out dates like I was before, because inevitably we'd get into a situation where I'd promise it on a day, and then we'd find a bug, and obviously, understandably, nobody wanted to release it with the bug, and then you guys would be all pissed, and as you should be. Um, the patch didn't come out. So we were going to release a patch today. Today's Friday, so we were hoping to just drop it and say, "Hey, patch is up, and here's what's in it." Found a couple of bugs, and it's looking soonish. Not even soonish. It's the fact that it was supposed to be out today. It sounds like we're going to get it out next week, but I'm not going to tell you when, and there's no promise. But I want to at least give you an update, and I want to tell you what's going to be on it in detail. So if this kind of stuff bores you, or if you want to hear me talk about sort of new game stuff, then jump ahead. But let me just go into some detail. Let me find it. And if I'm not looking at you, it's because I'm looking at my computer to find where I have this written. Okay, so a bunch of stuff. Now, I will say that a lot of it is under the hood network connectivity. You'll notice it. I'm pretty sure it ranges, right? It's stuff about sending messages to Sony's network group about when someone does get a disconnect or can't connect. A lot more detail because people are getting better experiences, but it's still not perfect. And then things that you'll notice right off the bat, but you may not. You'll notice a better experience, but you won't necessarily notice why. So, for example, um, every time you come back to the list of games, it automatically refreshes. Whereas before there was like a 5 second or a 10 second window before it refreshed, which sometimes you'd see a game and choose it and you couldn't because it would have filled up in the meantime, or just quicker stat or XP updates and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff in the patch that will make the online experience stronger. Will it be the final one? Will it be perfect for everyone? I don't know, but that's a big part of the patch. And then if we jump to stuff, okay, so there's a lot of a lot of new tweaks that we'll be able to tweak online, and this is what's going to hit next week. The changes. So Talon, his energy bar regen time. So basically, how long it takes that energy bar that he uses for his shield and his freeze. We're keeping the cost of all of those exactly the same, but his energy bar regen time used to regen at 33 seconds, and we've kicked that up to 40 seconds. The reason being is that one of the things with Talon that we did feel was a little overpowered was the idea that um, because that bar regens so fast and because he was usually so far away, one of the core strategies that we wanted when we designed him, and we knew that being able to fly would give him an advantage, was that if you froze him, it dropped him to the ground and you could ram him and pretty much kill him almost immediately. Problem is, when you had such a fast energy bar regenning, he had access to that shield pretty often, and when you're so far away, you can see things like freeze coming a mile away. So we're hoping that will help. Talon also will now, on your HUD, it'll be indicated by a T instead of a triangle. So if you're in the middle of a battle and you'll see that T, and you'll know to look up, or you'll know that it's someone above you probably versus someone that's sort of ahead in the map. So we're hoping that will. Although that should matter. If it's up the top of the screen, it's above you regardless. But you'll have a better sense of awareness of Talon. A lot of the problem with Talon is people don't look up to fight him. I apologize for rambling. And then Talon and Tooth's machine gun, mega gun homing factor. Obviously, there's a lot of people, understandably, that have been complaining about that gun, that whenever he picks up mega bullets or just his normal machine gun, it tracks too much. We've gone in and we've nerfed isn't the right word because well, I guess we've softened it. It's certainly nowhere near the overpowered tracking that it was, but it's not, neutered to the point of being useless either. Crimson and Kamikaze, we have upped the regen rate on their specials, so we have not changed the damage that they do, but basically they had a 40-second regen rate, which was pretty much like every average car, and it seemed with vehicles so weak, for a lot of players. I get there are some players that are just badass with these as is, but they were at 28. Sorry, they were at 40-second regen special. Now their specials will regen at 28 seconds is the plan, and we'll see if it becomes overpowered. That tweak is in the user storage. We don't have to wait for a new patch. We'll just change it, but that's the hope that that'll get fixed. Juggernaut, it used to be 2x damage for any missile that went into the back in a multiplayer game. We were finding that Juggernaut was always meant to be a game changer, but we wanted to give him a little bit more of a sort of a weakness, and so now it's going to be 3.25%, or not percent, but times damage. So if your missile does 12, it was doing 24 through the back. Now it'll do 39 or something. So if you shoot a power missile in there, which does 75, it's going to be doing 230 or something like that. So it's a more substantial weakness for him now. Remote bomb direct hit stage 2. I think we got that in, where when you plant it, if you get someone in it at stage 2, it used to do 75 damage, which I wasn't feeling was enough to motivate the work it takes to do that sort of ambush. So now it'll do 90 damage. The XP for nuke hitting a statue will go to 100 if it already hasn't, and the XP for winning a nuke game, if you're on the team that wins, will go to 100. So we're trying to sort of bring those up. And then also, let's see what else. And we've got some other stuff. Again, apologize, long, rambling motherfucking thing. Where am I at, y'all? I apologize. Let me get you there. Here we go. Sorry. Here we go. These are all the things. Okay. All right. Let me see what we haven't talked about. There's bug fixes, fixed party host join issue. I'm not sure what that one is right now. There's a lot of things that you'll notice, but again, these are, okay, so Axle will be unlocked for everyone. There are new skins that we created that will be unlocked for, I believe they're unlocked for everyone. I don't think you have to earn them. I think they're automatically unlocked. So there's some really cool, you'll know when you see them, skins in there. We are upping the heal bonus for Junkyard Dog in team games. So it used to be basically that he had to do over 100, I think, or 120 healing points in order to get his experience. We're going to lower that, I think, to 25 or 50. So more people will be motivated if they're chasing after XP to use him in that way, because they'll see the direct advantage or the advantage from it quicker. Axel's primary crush damage change, he still is really powerful, but the first damage he does is not going to be as powerful, so you have to work a little harder to be as powerful with that vehicle. What else? Note, Talon has been removed from ranked hunted at the request of a lot of players, which I think makes a lot of sense. The rooftops nuke mode, if you guys have noticed, it has been lopsided. I haven't seen anyone complain. I don't know, if people just thought it was intentional, but ultimately you had a mobile missile launcher that never moved its track, and which meant it was closer to one team statue than the other team statue location. So we've created that mobile launcher is no longer mobile, so you have 2 stationary launchers now in ranked nuke. So that's more fair. We've tried to fix the faction leader respawn issue as much as possible. We don't know if we got it all because we couldn't quite find exactly what causes it all the time. We're still working on it, but it should be better. And then there's a handful of other things that again, you'll notice in some kind of way. For example, I need to look at that one. Sorry, guys, I'm sorry. Um, I apologize. You're like, why am I looking at Jaffe's face and he's saying nothing? It's because I'm reading this really long email and I want to make sure there's not like a big ticket thing that I'm not sharing with you guys. Obviously, I hope the skins are working better for you guys. There's a lot of stuff in here about skins on the website that should be working better, if not fixed. And there's some more stuff. So anyway, so that's kind of what's going on, and that was supposed to have hit today, especially on a nice holiday weekend. We were really hoping, that it would hit, and but it hasn't yet. Now I will say, here's what I'm going to do. I guess some of you guys now let's jump past the patch, right? So if you came here for the patch info, there you go. I'll let the people on my blog and stuff know. Okay, at 11 minutes, that's where you jump for sort of new content. If you want new content. So the first thing is, as some of you guys know, the TMA guys I have a lot of respect for, but some of them really annoyed the fuck out of me. I sent a tweet a couple of days ago, but I do want them to know, and anybody who's a fan of the series, that they are being heard. I do not think the homing missile thing. We have homing abilities in title user storage. So I'm going to go into SDQA next week, hopefully Monday, if not Monday, Tuesday, and I'm going to sit with a few of the guys, and we're just going to play with some numbers, and we're going to see. The neat thing about title user storage is we can, I got to talk to Sony and make sure they're okay with this, but we can say, you know what, I'm not saying we're doing this. This is just kind of the process. That Thursday, we're going to say, fuck it. We're going to run with some different homing numbers on Thursday, see what the response is, change it back or not. I don't know if we even have the physics of the missiles that some of the guys were saying that they liked in the older Twisted Metal games, that all it is, if it's not a tweaker, we can't mess with it, right? Because I don't want to ask the team to go in and redo the entire thing. But if it's as simple as a tweak, to tone down the homing or tone down the speed and people love it, there's no reason we shouldn't at least explore that. So I commit and I promise I will go in next week and at least try it with the testers. Right now, because I haven't talked to Sony, that may be as far as I get to go with it, but I'm gonna explore it. So that's gonna happen next week. I'll let you know about that. And then what I was saying about this stuff is, God, what to share? All I can share is that things are going well. I started with about 10 ideas. I've got them whittled down to the ones I really like, and I've been talking to a lot of people about coming onto the team. And the problem right now is that we're not sure which one we're going to make, and they range in scope. The three of them range in scope and intent and what they're about. So it's hard to really say we have the team, we have the core, because we don't yet. Because there's also the extremely important, if not probably, well, not even, you have to have, you got to have a partner to build these things. I can't afford to make any of these that I'm thinking of, and so we're hoping to find a great partner that wants to get on board and make this together and really create this. And so until we really know what they're excited about and what they're interested in, it's really hard to kind of assemble that great team. So it's kind of all happening together. But those meetings are ongoing, and we're having the discussions, and we have a lot of great discussions planned in the future. But it's fun. It's it's not the most fun time of game creation, but it's one of the most funs, because it really is. It's me and a whiteboard, which means there's no one to tell me no. There's no one to say we don't have the money. There's no one to say that's too expensive. There's no one to say no one's going to buy that. I say all these things in my head, but it is a fun time because, it is just sort of blue sky, as they say. And, that's a lot of fun to be in. But I'm also getting excited now that we're starting to really whittle it down, and we're going to be taking these out on the road pretty soon to meet with the people who hopefully are really interested in what we're doing and want to work together and make some cool shit. So I wish I could tell you more. I want to share a little bit of the process, and that's kind of where it's at right now. And you know what? I definitely, I got some stuff. I might post some stuff soon. Not from the new game, but some cool Twisted Metal stuff I think you guys will get a kick out of. And yeah. Anyway, so now I am really rambling. So that's what's going on. I hope you guys are well. Easter for us is, we're not religious, and, really, it's a pretty big holiday, I know, for a lot of people. But I think we're just going to watch movies and hide Easter eggs and play video games, Been playing Mario Party with the kids a bunch. So anyway, so have a great, safe holiday weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. And thank you for watching this really long thing. Talk to you soon. Bye.